समझ नहीं आ रहा अपने सैलरी इंक्रीमेंट का क्या करूं।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है, अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स के एसआईपी का टॉपअप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
क्या समझ में नहीं आया।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है, अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स का एसआईपी टॉपअप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
आप समझा।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
A very warm welcome this evening to all of you from this serene and beautiful state of Kerala. I came here for the Kerala Lit Fest, one of the best lit fests in the country, but then found myself in the middle of an unfolding big political story. And so, of course, we thought, what could be better than to go live from here on the ground in Kerala as we look at twin developments. The Prime Minister in Kerala having secured the mayor's position for the BJP, Modi addressed supporters in Thiruvananthapuram, which also happens to be Shashi Tharoor's Lok Sabha constituency. And talking about Tharoor, well, Shashi Tharoor opted out of a key Kerala Assembly strategy meeting led by Rahul Gandhi in Delhi. So look at these twin developments and see the connection between them. Is there a connection? The Prime Minister in Thiruvananthapuram pushing ahead for the BJP ahead of the state assembly elections, now just a few months away. Shashi Tharoor and his breakdown with the Congress party now seeming to reach break point. Not just have the public barbs about Tharoor from the party leadership become somewhat very direct, but this time we are now seeing Tharoor actually skipping a strategy meeting, reportedly upset because Rahul Gandhi did not mention him when he presented the Mahapanchayat of the Congress on the 19th of January. These images that you see are from the Prime Minister's Kerala trip. Modi, of course, as expected, targeted both the left and the Congress and said that the state needed a change. He also attacked the Congress and said that they were more communal, quote unquote, than the Muslim League. But the real buzz is around whether Shashi Tharoor will be leaving the Congress ahead of the assembly elections and could he join the BJP. Nobody has missed the coincidence that on a day when Modi was in Kerala, in fact in Thiruvananthapuram, Tharoor's own parliamentary constituency, Shashi Tharoor did not go to Delhi, and in fact, he is scheduled to speak at the same Lit Fest in Kerala that I am attending. So what's going on? Let's introduce our guest today as we look at this seemingly never-ending saga. Is it reaching its final chapter? Dilip Cherian is with us. He's, of course, a leading political analyst and commentator, a brand guru. Kerala also happens to be his home state. Dilip, it's always good to see you. Also joining us from the BJP today is Vinita Hariharan, leader of the party here in Kerala. Vinita, it's A, good to be in Kerala, and B, good to have you with us. Also joining us, I think for his first time ever, so we want to welcome him specially. Saral Patel is on our program. Namaskar, Saral, a leader and spokesperson of the Congress party. Welcome and good to see you. We hope it's the first of many. And also joining us is Rahul Easwar, that unique entity who can be described only as a supporter of both Narendra Modi and Shashi Tharoor. At one point, that seemed to be contradictory. But now, if the buzz is to be believed, that's in fact not contradictory. So we'll examine that in a little more detail. Let me start by playing out the Prime Minister's statement from his rally in Trivandrum. Take a look.
मैं आपको कांग्रेस से भी सावधान करने आया हूं। कांग्रेस के पास विकास का कोई एजेंडा नहीं है। कांग्रेस आज माओवादियों से ज्यादा कम्युनिस्ट और मुस्लिम लीग से भी ज्यादा कम्युनल हो गई है। इसलिए देश में आज कांग्रेस को एमएमसी यानी मुस्लिम लीगी माओवादी कांग्रेस कहा जा रहा है। इसलिए आपको कांग्रेस से भी बहुत सतर्क रहना है। ये मुस्लिम लीगी माओवादी कांग्रेस के लोग केरला को अपनी लैब बना रहे हैं। कांग्रेस यहां केरला में भी कट्टरपंथियों को बढ़ावा दे रही है। ज्ञान, विज्ञान, आध्यात्म, आस्था, इसकी इस पवित्र धरती को कांग्रेस के मुस्लिम लीगी एजेंडे से हमें मिलकर के इस पवित्र भूमि को बचाना है।
All right. As the Prime Minister was addressing that rally in Thiruvananthapuram, Shashi Tharoor, whose parliamentary constituency that is, stayed away from a key strategy meeting led by Rahul Gandhi in Delhi. A series of important sort of facts there. I'll start with Saral Patel, if I may. Saral, Tharoor's absence from that key strategy meeting, media reporting that Mr. Tharoor is upset. That in the last few months, we've actually seen some leaders from the Congress central leadership express pretty plain disappointment with Shashi Tharoor, even accusing him of speaking sometimes in the language of the BJP. Is his skipping this meeting in Delhi a clearest example that we've had so far of a point of no return? How is the Congress seeing it?
Barkha, good evening to you and to all my fellow panelists. And I would like to say that this is the classic playbook out of the BJP's, election strategy, that wherever there are elections, these kind of news stories and news are planted, which have no basis at all. And these are then created to sow some kind of rift between the leadership of that particular state. So let me be categorically clear that there is no rift between Mr. Shashi Tharoor or the Congress leadership as such. Last week, in fact, when Rahul Gandhi ji visited Kochi and where he held that Mahapanchayat of all the elected representatives from Kerala, Shashi Tharoor ji shared stage with him as the member of CWC, as the entire state leadership of the Congress party in Kerala. And after that, the numerous statements he has put out, he has said that, we are going to collectively fight this elections, and we are going to ensure that UDF triumphs as a victorious in the assembly elections ahead. As far as today's strategy meeting is concerned, the statement has been put out by Tharoor ji himself and by the state in charge, Srimati Deepadas Munshi ji, where she has said that Tharoor had taken prior permission from the party. He had informed the party that because he's speaking at the Cochin Calicut Lit Fest on his upcoming book, that's why it will be not possible, feasible for him to come back to Delhi and make it back. So thus he excused himself from the meeting, and leadership had allowed that. And he had said that in
So
whatever the future meetings are.
Do you think this is just a media concoction? Because the fact, Saral, is that ever since Shashi Tharoor's advocacy of India during Operation Sindoor on the global stage, we've seen some very sharp statements from the Congress, including Jairam Ramesh at one press conference, putting the mic aside and making it clear that Shashi Tharoor speaks for himself often and not for the party. We have seen those moments. These are not made-up moments. When you say there is no rift between Tharoor and the party, can I take it that whatever differences there may have been sorted, according to you?
Well, see, Congress party is a big family, and we are, unlike other parties in India, we are a democratic party where our MPs have their, will, and they have the mind of their own, and they have the leadership's this thing to speak their mind. So, our MPs can speak for themselves, unlike some other parties where only two people decide who will speak, what they will speak, down to the comma and the full stop. So we are not that party, and we are not we are not insecure by anybody speaking their mind. But there is a party decorum and discipline that has to be maintained. And as we have seen in last few months, Tharoor ji has made it categorically clear that he is going to be there at the disposal of the state leadership in the Kerala to help in whatever way he can in the upcoming assembly elections.
Okay, let me bring in the BJP perspective now before opening this up for Dilip and Rahul. Are they convinced of what Saral is saying? But let me ask you a different question, Vinita. I understand that the BJP has made history with securing the mayor's post, but Kerala as a state still seems a pipe dream, if I may use that phrase, for the BJP's ambitions, as does much of the BJP southern push. The Prime Minister went to Tamil Nadu from here, but Kerala, I think the BJP has, set its heart on ever since winning that mayor's post. What do you make of the fact that the Prime Minister is here on the ground in Kerala, in Mr. Tharoor's parliamentary constituency? The BJP, of course, was trolling the Congress today, saying there's a Mahayudh in the Mahapanchayat, but you just heard the Congress spokesperson. What do you say? And is the BJP getting ahead of itself in Kerala?
So first of all, thank you, Barkha, for having me here, and welcome to Kerala, God's own country, forever. Yes, Prime Minister's visit to Thiruvananthapuram is only natural because we've had a landslide. I mean, we've had a huge victory in Thiruvananthapuram. The mayoral post is not it hasn't come easy for us, and therefore his coming was only, it was natural that he had to come and congratulate the cadre for sure. But apart from that, whatever happened with Mr. Tharoor is, has nothing to do with with Modi's visit to Thiruvananthapuram. It's more about the internal victory, and it was mostly about the Vikas, agendas that he's set forth. He's also, inaugurated a new train today, the Amrit Bharat Express, and so it is just a slew of reforms that he's been announcing, a slew of infrastructure, agendas that he's been pushing from a long time, not just now because we won the mayoral, elections. So it was a combination of a congratulatory, gesture to the cadre, plus, an infrastructure push for the city of Thiruvananthapuram, and he's also giving the strong message that Trivandrum is going to be governed on the agenda of Vikas, and that is the message that he's giving to the people of Kerala. And
but if it's about Vikas, why are we talking about communalism and drawing analogies with the Muslim League if it's all about Vikas?
No, so he's talking about Congress's agenda of appeasement politics, and which he says that BJP is going to be equanimous and it's not going to be appeasing any particular religion or caste, but we've seen BJP's narrative, and we've seen the NDA's developmental agenda across the country. It's not been favoring any particular religion or any particular caste. So that's what he's trying to tell the people of Kerala. So the fact that he's also inaugurated yet another train in Kerala, and trains, I know it's not a very elitist infrastructure. It is something that a common man uses very much in Kerala. The railway infrastructure is very, very dear to the, very core to people's, movement in Kerala. Yeah. So the Amrit Bharat Express comes as one of the series of measures that he's taken since a very long time in Kerala. And Kerala has always been close to his heart from a long time.
Just to say, I wasn't suggesting at all that the Prime Minister's rally had anything to do with Shashi Tharoor. I was just pointing to the series of coincidences, and that's all. And there were just delicious little coincidences that I thought I should flag. Dilip and Rahul, let's bring you in. Dilip, I remember once on my program, you're saying that the BJP has Shashi Tharoor exactly where they would like him. Somewhat 1 foot in the Congress, 1 foot out. That is what suits the BJP. The BJP doesn't need Tharoor to leave the Congress or to be thrown out. The BJP doesn't want Tharoor in its own side. And to that extent, Shashi Tharoor doesn't have a lot of good options. Now, we're talking about somebody who's not just incredibly erudite, but who had dreams, very public dreams of being Kerala Chief Minister. He said as much to me in his Lok Sabha campaign in 2024 that now that he had been Member of Parliament, 3 times, this is what he wanted to do. That dream is out of the window. It's not clear, despite what Saral says, that these differences are going to be ironed out, anytime soon. How do you see Tharoor not attending that meeting? Yes, there is a Lit Fest. I'm here for that Lit Fest. But I don't know if that explains everything. Does it?
At the risk of being facetious, the girls are prettier at the Lit Fest.
Oh my God.
And Tharoor is a man who makes very erudite choices, and as he should. I think attending a meeting in Delhi with people who he knows and who know his views, more importantly. I think it's more important for Tharoor to make sure that what makes him attractive to the middle class, which is his function within the Congress, which is being an author, being somebody who speaks at public fora, is very important. I think that he recognizes that he is on the back foot as far as the cabal which controls Congress vis-a-vis Rahul in the center is concerned. He is on the back foot there. But that does not diminish his role in any way. The fact that Jairam chose to kind of make a comment about him actually indicates his importance. And that, I think, is the signal we should take. But the fact is that, being a Keralite myself, having made a few calls after your chaps called me for the show, and when I asked my cousins in Kerala about Prime Minister Modi's visit, they said it merely indicates that an election is on the way and that he starts to stir the pot very early. So I think the comments about communal politics, which the Congress does, which Kerala recognizes and sees and does not like, and the push for Thiruvananthapuram, as they say nowadays, for its vikas, are very important messages for Kerala. And I think that the Prime Minister has chosen his messages well. They are political messages. And, of course, being congratulatory to his cadre is one thing, but really he's laying the kind of framework for the kind of campaign that the BJP is set to mount for Kerala. So that is the other thing. And for, as I said, the distinction between the Tharoor messaging, which is to his party, and to his loyal electoral force across the country, are all very clear. And I think those make sense.
I will ask you later, as we come back for a second round, what this back foot might translate into. But what I'm hearing you say right now is the party leadership already knows where Tharoor stands. Everybody's well aware of the situation. And Shashi Tharoor's persona is almost more relevant in these kind of, literature festival audiences, the middle class sort of iconic stature that he enjoys. But Rahul, let's bring you in. You understand Kerala politics in a granular way, as does everybody on this program. But you are that, as I say, unique creature. You like Mr. Modi and you like Shashi Tharoor. And Shashi Tharoor is in a position right now in Kerala where he doesn't have much of a role to play in the assembly elections. How do you look at that development?
Barkhaji, two submissions. First of all, let us be honest about political spectrum. Shashi Tharoor sir is positioning himself as Congress right or right of the center, just like Sri Ramesh Chintala is. So Shashi Tharoor is pitching for that right of the center position inside Congress, which is close to BJP's kind of a position. Or this is the position Sardar Patel used to take, C. Rajagopalachari used to take, and so many in the independence time used to take the Sardar Patel kind of a position. That's Shashi Tharoor's position. That is roughly similar to the position Ramesh Chintala is also taking. The center-left position is taken by Sri V.D. Sadish, and people on the left. So Shashi Tharoor has always taken a position from center to right, and Trivandrum. And let us be honest about community politics. Why should we lie to ourselves that there is no community politics? Kerala has 12% to 15% forward caste community, to which I belong to. We have around 20 to 25% Irava community, then another 10% backward Hindu community, then 18%.
Okay, we lost Rahul there.
The honest demographics of Kerala. Shashi Tharoor also appeal to everyone, especially the middle class. Shashi Tharoor appeals to everyone. Am I audible?
Rahul,
Shashi Tharoor appeals to everyone, but especially the middle class of every community.
Yeah, I got that sentence. I'm going to ask you to reconnect, please.
But I got that sentence.
Yeah, you're on a terrible network. Can I request you to? Well, you're a little better now. You want to quickly complete your point? Yeah, Rahul.
Can I just continue and finish my point, please?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Let's pick up the last sentence that he said. He said he appeals to the middle class in every community. I want to bring that to Saral. Saral, there's this sense, those who like Shashi Tharoor feels that he's been underutilized, he's been marginalized by the Congress, and that has happened because ever since Tharoor took the decision to actually run for Congress president, there are those who say that he wasn't forgiven for that, and the tension started there well before Operation Sindoor. How do you respond to that?
I think that is completely baseless, because as far as you and, factually, I would like to put it on record that, right after when he contested that election, and the first Congress working committee that was formed by the newly elected president, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, he included Shashi Tharoor as the CWC member. So he was his colleague in the CWC, and he has been given all the due respect. He gets the most amount of time to speak in the Lok Sabha and so on and so forth. He's one of our valued colleague, valued MPs in the Lok Sabha. And as you might see that, there are Shashi Tharoor may be famous in Delhi and Mumbai and the Litfest crowd that you are seeing. But the fact remains that there are 18 Congress MPs in Kerala. So Shashi Tharoor is just one of them. So it is that, it cannot be that one MP gets more importance than the other 17 MPs. So in the state politics, in the purview of state politics, Shashi Tharoor ji, as a Congress working committee member and as a Lok Sabha MP from Trivandrum, he gets all the due importance that he should be getting. But then, of course, there are other players in the state, and their voice also hold more weightage, and that is what Congress party is giving equal voice to everyone.
Saral, you're being very respectful of Shashi Tharoor, but somewhere you do give away some sort of cynicism. I think a number of people in the Congress feel when you say that he's just one of 18 MPs, even if he's famous in the Litfest crowds. Would it be fair to say that within the Congress there is a certain degree of disquiet that Tharoor doesn't always follow the party line?
Not at all. And you see that, when Tharoor was given that opportunity in 2008 to come directly, and, he was given a lateral entry in the Congress party, and it was the Congress cadre which worked for his election, ensuring that he wins, his first ever Lok Sabha election. And that is not easy. And if somebody tells you that he did it without the Congress party support, Congress cadre support, that is not possible, right? But at the same time, if he is choosing to make certain comments that do not go well with his within his constituency and with the workers of his constituency, then it is, as an MP, it's his duty to sort of address that. We all talked about, how it is historic that Thiruvananthapuram BJP is the only corporation that BJP has won. So who has been the MP of Thiruvananthapuram for last 15 years? It is Mr. Shashi Tharoor. So internally, that his track record will be questioned there, that why you fail to strengthen the Congress party in your own constituency. And these are the genuine questions that the state leadership hurl at each other, So all the MPs have been asked to prove their performance, that, how good did your party, how did the party perform
you made a really important statement. You have said that in Shashi Tharoor's parliamentary constituency, where Shashi Tharoor has been the MP now for so many years, that's where the BJP has made history, and that's something Tharoor needs to reflect on. Yes?
Yes, and I think these are the questions that local leadership has been asking, and Tharoor has been quite candid about that, that he will do better to strengthen the party in the upcoming assembly elections and all of that. So these are, very democratic conversations that Congress party is used to having. These are not the rifts that, media portrays them as such.
Okay, Rahul, you're on terrible network, but I'm going to...
Yes, so sorry. Can I have a quick interjection?
Yes,
Can I have a
please.
quick interjection?
Yes,
See, let us be honest with facts. Trivandrum is a space where Nair domination is there, or more number of Nair community members is there. Basically, it is a Hindu Savarna vote bank. That is the core of, and that is what BJP is right now aiming at. BJP is aiming at Nair plus Nasrani. Nasrani means Christian in Malayalam. So Nair plus Nasrani community, the Savarna Hindu plus Christian community. Shashi Tharoor is also aiming for the same. Shashi Tharoor should have ideally looked at it, but Congress party is only taking a center-left position. The only issue with we Indians is we Indians are terribly dishonest about our politics. We are not honest about things. Shashi Tharoor has been trying to tap into the center-right space so that he can consolidate that particular section of Nair and Christian vote with him, which is middle class leading. Kerala is having 27 to 29% Muslim community vote. That's the reason why Prime Minister is coming and selling. It is a Maoist Muslim nexus. So the issue with especially Malayalis, we are incredibly hypocritical to ourselves. We lie to ourselves. Cherian sir will easily connect with me. We talk a lot about so-called progressivism, so-called humanitarian, so-called global. Even we show solidarity with aliens, but at the end of the day, we also vote in caste community lines. So every politics is about social engineering. So if we are honest about it, any party can do. Right now, what is Prime Minister focusing is, taking BJP to 10 seats or 20 seats in a big way, where Christian and Nair population.
You think that's possible?
There is a strong possibility. Let me be honest with things. There is a strong Modi attraction factor in Kerala. There is no denying the fact. There is a strong Modi attraction factor
in urban centers.
In urban middle class centers.
And you are saying that is the same constituency that is Tharoor's natural constituency.
Exactly.
And
that's the reason. Yeah. That's the reason why it was an incredible battle between Raji Chandrasekharji and Shashi Tharoorji, something like Brain Lara versus Sachin Tendulkar, where even my mother and myself voted differently. I voted for Shashi Tharoor. My mother even campaigned for Raji Chandrasekharji because she said a person like Raji Chandrasekharji should come. So right now, the issue with Congress, there is one issue with Congress that Mr. Saral should also take into consideration. See, Congress many times, because of their center-left positioning, is not honest about these things. They should try for consolidating Hindu plus Christian plus Muslim votes rather than playing only center-left.
To respond to that, but what is the issue with the BJP in Kerala before Vinita responds?
Just quick thing. Let us be honest. 50% of Kerala is Muslim and Christian. 27 to 29% is Muslims. 18% is Christians. So Christian community, especially after some of the attacks in North India, especially regarding Christmas, felt threatened, felt disheartened. So this is an honest fact. Prime Minister went to the church, but not even many BJP leaders here condemned the incident, with Raji Chandrasekharji being the exception, saying that those people who attack Christians are lunatics. The nuns were, without rhyme or reason, jailed for Chhattisgarh. In Chhattisgarh for 9 days. See, the ultra Hindutva will not work in Kerala, but Modi ji's speech will work in Kerala. Yogi ji won't work in Kerala, but Modi ji will definitely work in Kerala. Now, our Himant Biswa Sharma ji will not work in Kerala, but Nitin Gadkari will definitely work in Kerala. Piyush Goyal ji will work in Kerala. The earlier Pramod Mahajan, which Barkha ji may remember, Pramod Mahajan ji kind of politics will work for the middle class in Kerala. So, in effect, the fight is for the secular Hindu votes. If BJP can get the secular Hindu votes, and you will be surprised to see Raji Chandrasekharji went ahead and said BJP will visit every Muslim home in Kerala. Of course, it was for posturing, especially to get the secular Hindu votes. See, Kerala is a very harmonious space. Even when you go to Shabarimala, we go to a church and mosque on the way. So we are deeply secular, pluralistic, harmonious, Sarvadharma Samabhavan, or anything you can say. So secular Malayali mind, if BJP has to tap, Modi ji's face is having a high value. Shashi Tharoor's global pitch is having a very high value because we are a very educated society. We look up to people with education. But right now, unless one more line, unless there is Shashi Tharoor, Congress will lose a lot of middle class, upper caste or forward caste votes from both Hindu community and Christian community.
Let's get responses. We could hear you lucidly this time. So Vinita, ultra Hindutva will not work. The BJP's ultra Hindutva, the December attacks that we saw by Bajrang Dal and other self-proclaimed Hindutva groups on Christians in different parts of the country, this will have repercussions in Kerala. Your response?
No, definitely. So we also had, as Rahul just mentioned, we also had Rajiv Chandrasekhar, breaking bread with the Christians and visiting churches along with Modi ji, and not just visiting churches, but he also went to Chhattisgarh and went all out to get those nuns back to Kerala. So all those gestures are being appreciated across board in Kerala, and when we visit homes, Christian homes in Kerala, also there is this strong appeal for Modi ji's kind of the Modi-nomics, so to speak, and especially from the middle class and the upper middle class, there is this strong need for development. This is appetite for development, and they want to see the economics of the government, of the national government, come into Kerala. They're desperate for economic opportunities, especially the youth, because there's enough of out migration that's been happening from the states, and the youth have been going out, and we have the demographic profile going in the reverse order in Kerala. We have the old here and the young going out of the state. So it's high time
But do you
to stop
accept that
this, and
ultra
that is what.
Hindutva, extreme politics over religion, people's personal choices on food, none of this is going to work in Kerala? This is a country, for example, where beef is not a political issue.
No, absolutely not. So these are not the agendas that we are putting forward. We, as I said, always,
I mean, this is a state, not a country. This is
infrastructure.
a state.
Yeah, in
I
the
got
state.
carried away by God's own country. But yes, this is a state where none of these are issues. Yes.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I being from Kerala also, I understand the ethos very well of Kerala, and the BJP's narrative, has been. I mean, it's not rhetoric, but it is the fact that it's been development, and Rajiv Chandrasekhar ji's pitch is also development. If you've noticed in all his narratives, even within the party, his narrative is that we need to go to homes speaking about development. That is going to be neutral, and that's going to be cutting across caste, creed, religion, and every other aspect of political
before I give, okay, thank you, Vinita. Before I give Dilip the last word, Saral, a very quick interjection, since Rahul had directly addressed the Congress on losing this sort of urban secular Hindu voter, possibly by alienating Shashi Tharoor. If you have a quick response there.
Barkha, before I comment on that, I would like to make a quick comment on what my friend from BJP was saying, that Rajiv Chandrasekhar ji was breaking bread with Christians in Kerala. So I would just like to say that while he was breaking bread with them in Kerala, in the other parts of the world, in other parts of the country, the BJP workers were breaking their bones, or breaking the bones of Christians for celebrating Christmas. So this is not the kind of
Bajrang Dal.
They are all part of a larger organization of RSS. They all subscribe to that ideology, and which also BJP holds them close dearly. So to say that Kerala will be oblivious to all of this and to all these claims is something that is hard to fathom. The people of Kerala are very smart. They understand that in UP and Bihar, where BJP has been power uninterrupted for last 10, 20, 15 years, respectively, they have failed to stop the out-migration. So how do they plan to do the same in Kerala? So people of Kerala are smart enough to realize all of this. And let me very respectfully say this, that it will be BJP's pipe dream to win double-digit seats in the Kerala this time, and it will remain a pipe dream.
All right, Dilip, let's bring you in. I know Rahul may have a comment or two to add, but let's first bring you in. Here's the elephant in the room question. Have you revised your opinion since you said that where Shashi Tharoor today is suits the BJP perfectly? Do you see any rupture before the assembly elections, notwithstanding Saral's assurances that everything is actually good and healthy?
I think I am reassured by the fact that he chose the Lit Fest over trying to, joust at some, assembly election strategy meeting, which, as you know, or those of us who have followed the Congress party over millennia know that they don't amount to very much. So that's his choice is wise, and his place is secure. I don't think that the fact that he also recognizes that the loss of the mayor position in Trivandrum is actually a wake-up call for him to work with the segments that Rahul talked about. He recognizes that he has taken his foot off the accelerator and the pedal, as it were, and needs to be much more driven as far as his home constituency is concerned and the middle class constituency right across Kerala. And look, the most important thing is the BJP is unlikely to replace Rajiv Chandrasekhar with him as a potential chief minister position. That ain't happening. And Shashi is very conscious of the fact that if he were to look at the BJP, that is the option that he would like to enter with. Anyone who enters from the Congress with his kind of seniority is liable to have at least dreams of that kind of position. And though Rajiv Chandrasekhar is a relatively new entrant to the BJP, he is now well embedded in their system. In fact, the Prime Minister took him with him to church when he visited on Christmas Day. So the fact is that Rajiv Chandrasekhar has taken the position which Tharoor could have aspired to. So I don't see him as
you're saying no room in the BJP for Shashi Tharoor.
Nor room for his ambition. Neither current room nor room for his ambition ahead. So that pretty much, puts paid to any effort that he would make. The fact that the BJP would find it convenient to still bait him is useful to them to cause damage to the Congress in Kerala. So that is exactly what happened.
Okay, I think that could be the last word, Rahul, unless you disagree. No room for Shashi Tharoor or his ambition in the BJP. You want to add a 10-second and there before I close?
Just 10 seconds. One, Shashi Tharoor can be one of the biggest hurdles for BJP in poaching or getting away the middle-class Hindu-Christian votes. But Congress is not using Shashi Tharoor. See, Congress is not leveraging Shashi Tharoor and Congress is just building on their conventional vote bank alone. So they should rather use Shashi Tharoor. I'm not saying that he should be positioned as chief minister, but Congress should be leveraging Shashi Tharoor or any party for that matter, because a person of his stature can be an asset to Kerala if he is properly used, but he is not properly utilized. That's the only concern we are having. I know I'm a huge Tharoor sir fan, as I say, but he is not given ample opportunities to present himself, present his vision. Earlier there was a huge traction, but Shashi Tharoor off late because of the other Congress Nair leaders. You see, there is a huge fight between the Nair leaders of Congress and who will be the next chief minister. That's what honestly is happening in Kerala.
All right, many questions and answers that will reveal themselves over the next couple of months. For now, I intend to go and enjoy Kerala and this Lit Fest, where Shashi Tharoor is scheduled to speak among many other great speakers. It is a beautiful state. I will say that in particular to Rahul and Dilip and Vinita, for whom this is home state. So I intend to fully enjoy it. Saral, good to see you on the program. And of course, always good to see Dilip, Vinita and Rahul. Thank you very much. And to our audience, thank you and see you tomorrow. It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Vote Her Story and support independent, robust journalism.